The headlines tonight: Governor Soludo says his administration is putting stringent measures in place to tackle insecurity. As stakeholders continue to call on political parties to zone presidential slot to southeast. WHO advocates physical exercise as panacea to sickness. The foreigners in hundreds of thousands of homes face blackout as severe storms hit southern Canada. Before the news in detail, here is a special message. Governor Chukwuma Soludo has come for a total turnaround maintenance of the Anambra State economy and promotion of core Igbo values. Let's give him maximum support for the task ahead. Good evening to you and welcome to the news. I am Ebere Ugunna. The Anambra State Governor, Professor Chukwuma Soludo, on Sunday has met with the political aspirants of the All Progressives Grand Alliance, ABGA. The meeting, which centered on having peaceful, successful, free, fair and transparent primary election, was held at the Governor's Lodge, Amobia. Government House correspondent Valentine Mbadua reports that all the aspirants of the Senate, House of Representatives and House of Assembly attended the meeting. Governor Soludo, while addressing the aspirants, expressed his gratitude for their support during his gubernatorial campaign and congratulated them for successfully participating in and passing through the screening exercise of the party. While stating that ABGA as a political party remains one big family, Governor Soludo expressed optimism that the party will win convincingly at the forthcoming elections, both at the Senate, House of Assembly, House of Representatives and the Senate elections respectively. He reiterated that his aim is to help build ABGA to become a strong political party founded on the strong philosophy of true federalism and devolution of power. He, however, lamented the loss of the member representing Agwata Constituency 2 at the State House of Assembly, Honorable Okechukwu Okoye, who was gruesomely murdered alongside his aide, Mr. Cyril Chibuka, by some criminal elements. He assured that the perpetrators of this dastardly act will be arrested and made to face the full wrath of the law. Professor Soludo emphasized that the security challenges confronting the state are being perpetrated by criminals who have now engaged in kidnapping, killing and other manner of criminalities as a lucrative enterprise, a far departure from any form of political agitations. The governor stressed that the battle line has been drawn, adding that no place in Anambra State will be safe for criminals to operate, as the government is putting stringent measures in place with security agencies to tackle the situation headlong and restore peace and order to the state. In attendance were the state chairman of ABGA, Sanobath Obi, former national chairman of ABGA and aspirant for Anambra Central Senatorial District, Senator Victor Ume, among others. The Anambra State House of Assembly has expressed shock over the news of the gruesome murder of one of the members of the House, Honorable Okechukwu Okoye, by unknown gunmen. Recall that Honorable Okoye, who was the member representing Agwata 2 constituency, was kidnapped on the 15th of May 2022. In a press statement by the Speaker of the State House of Assembly, Right Honorable Uche Okafor, the state legislature has described the death of Honorable Okoye as unfortunate and heartbreaking. Right Honorable Okafor, who described the late Honorable Okoye as one of the outspoken and articulated lawmakers, noted that the legislative institution in the state has lost a quality member. The Speaker recollected the late Honorable Okoye's sense of humor, hospitality and commitment to duty, among other positive attributes, adding that his demise will be felt in the House of Assembly. He urged Governor Chukwuma Soludo not to relent in his efforts towards achieving maximum security of lives and property of the Anambra and called on well-meaning citizens to join hands with the governor in that direction. Right Honorable Okafor, while commiserating with the late Honorable Okoye's immediate family, his kinsmen, Governor Soludo and the entire Isuofia community, on behalf of the entire legislature, enjoined them to take solace in the fact that the short but eventful life of the late Honorable Okoye was full of quality service to God and humanity. He prayed God to grant him eternal rest. Some stakeholders in Anambra State have continued to call on the major political parties in Nigeria to zone their presidential slot to the southeast zone of the country for equity and fairness. Speaking to ABS in Okan, All Progressives Grand Alliance chieftain, Engineer Chooks Michael Mwafananya, said that in the spirit of equity, justice and fairness, all major political parties in Nigeria should give their presidential tickets to aspirants from the southeast geopolitical zone of the country to ensure that all sections of Nigeria have a sense of belonging. Engineer Mwafananya made it clear that Ndibo has sacrificed the law to ensure the unity and indivisibility of Nigeria, hence the need to avail them the opportunity to rule the country is, according to him, Only Ndibo have the requisite knowledge and the political will to turn around the economic fortunes of Nigeria. For business tycoon Chief Chris Okonkwo, giving Ndibo presidential opportunity will help immensely to douse the tension in the region and equally make them have a sense of belonging in the Nigerian state. And away from that, the Auxiliary Bishop of Onitsha Archdiocese, Most Reverend Dennis Isuzo, has called on parents to devote time in training their children to become blessing to them and society at large. Most Reverend Isuzo made the call during his pastoral visit to St. John the Baptist Catholic Church, Akwuku in Idemili South Local Government Area, Anambra State. The bishop encouraged parents of Akwuku community to invite their children in diaspora home for them to contribute in the development of the community and the Igbo land. He advised the 354 candidates who were confirmed to be faithful to God and never to adulterate their anointing they received with idol worship, while urging them to give the Holy Spirit chance to operate in their lives. Bishop Isuzu told public servants to always give account of their service, just like Reverend Fathers do for the good of the society. Bishop Isuzu then commended the Akwuku youths for their efforts in building the church and in developing the community, and prayed God to keep blessing them. Meanwhile, the Commissioner for Culture, Entertainment and Tourism, Comrade Don Onyenji, who was at the church to join in welcoming the bishop, later felicitated with the servant of God. Highlight of the visit was the blessing of the grotto by Bishop Isuzu. To support Anambra State government's efforts to clear all dump sites and ensure a clean and healthy state, a market leader, Chief Jude Nwankwo, has embarked on massive evacuation of refuse at Building Materials International Market, Ogidi, in Idemili North Local Government Area. Correspondent Chibuzo Obidike has details.
Speaking during the exercise, Chief Nwankwo said that the move to take up the responsibility was born out of the fact that Governor Chukwuma Soludo's vision is to give the state a first lift, pointing out that since the state government cannot do it alone, individuals, groups, corporate bodies should partner hard to replicate the vision at their workplaces and homes. According to the market leader, with collective involvement and attitudinal change, the environment and surroundings will be favorable for all to live in good health. He revealed that with the modern structures, personalities and goods and services in the market, the refuse dump gives a wrong impression of the market, which is applicable to all streets, roads and communities with high-profile hotels, churches, banks, markets, as well as residential buildings, among others. As huge waste dents the environment, Chief Nwankwo urged the citizenry to invest and donate to waste management in the state, as the rewards are enormous.
Building Material International Market. Best market in West, best building material market in West Africa. In Africa as a whole. So, oh my God, because they live here, don't see Africa, prefer Julian. I was pulling it up, everybody in the book here. Before not the here, come on,
from Building Material International Market, Ogidi, Chibuzo Obidike, ABS News.
Rotary International District 9142 has decorated 5 commissioners serving in Professor Chukwuma Soludo State Executive Council with the 4-way test for their good moral personalities and outstanding relationship with the club. The event, which took place in Awka, attracted members of the club. It also provided an opportunity for the members of the club to wine and dine with their members who were appointed commissioners. Correspondent Chibuzo BDK reports.
The 4-way test of the things we think, say or do is a test used by Rotarians worldwide as a moral code for personal and business relationships. Those awarded include Anambra State Commissioners for Transport, Mrs. Patricia Iwebike, Agriculture, Dr. Foster Ihejiofo, Power and Water Resources, Engineer Julius Chukwuemeka, and Culture, Entertainment and Tourism, Dr. Don Onyeji. Others were that of Health, Dr. Afam Obidike, and the Deputy Majority Leader of the Anambra State House of Assembly, Honorable Emeka Afoka. Decorating the awardees, the District Governor, Rotarian Oke Okonkwo, revealed that it is always pertinent to reward their colleagues for their humanitarian services in and outside the club, pointing out that the increased number of Rotarians in the Soludo administration proves that the exemplary lifestyle and sterling qualities as well as commitment to serve stand them out.
We are pleased to know that up to 6-7 Rotarians have been selected amongst the cabinet members of His Excellency. And we are sure that it is because of their sterling qualities, their leadership qualities, their integrity, and their commitment to service, which is what Rotary holds dear, is what has qualified them for that appointment. So we just came today to recognize them and appreciate them for the elevation that they've gotten, and to wish them well and success in all they are doing, and to encourage them to ensure that the trust His Excellency has put in them, that they fulfill it even beyond his imagination.
For the past Assistant District Governor of the club, Professor A.U. Nonyelo, the upcoming district conference of the club, which will be hosted by the state, will not only expose the state as remaining safe, but as well market the different cultural and tourist potential of the state.
So it's just to remind you, as our ambassadors, like the district governor has said, that you have a role to interact with us during our meetings, and also to strike a new relationship with the government.
Responding, some of the awardees, Honorable Afoka and Mr. Onyeji, appreciated the club for the recognition and award, assured them that the state is ever ready to welcome visitors to tap from their rich cultural heritage and enjoy the peace and tranquility that the state provides.
This is a kind of motivating membership and inspiring us to continue to do good. Rotary is all about doing good. Anywhere you find yourself in leadership position.
They felt they should invite me and then recognize me. That's what happened, and to encourage me to be a Rotarian, in my lifestyle, so I will continue to promote happiness, jolly good fellowship, friendship, values, and charity.
In Oka, Chibuzo Bidike, ABS News.
Still ahead in the news tonight, WHO advocates physical exercise as panacea to sickness. On the foreign scene, hundreds of thousands of homes face blackout as severe storms hit southern Canada. Here is a special message again. The Anambra cannot allow criminal elements to hold the state and the people to ransom. Donate generously to the Anambra State Security Trust Fund, which has been set up to raise money for combating insecurity in the state. The news returns in a moment. Please stay with us.
Traveling? You deserve the absolute best. Enjoy maximum comfort in our new buses with more legroom, reclinable seats, onboard entertainment, and much more. Pick your preferred seat. Choose your preferred schedule. Travel on your terms. Ready for a premium ride driven by the best captains out there? Book now.
To have you back for the rest of the news. Moving on to our national stories now, the World Health Organization WHO has advocated physical exercise as a solution to the high burden of diseases such as diabetes, hypertension, cancer, and other chronic diseases. The WHO country representative Dr. Walter Mulumbo hosted this at the third edition of the Global Walk the Talk Health Challenge exercise, and the FCT Metropolis said the Health for All Challenge event is aimed at raising awareness on health issues and the need for exercises that promote healthy lifestyle. He said Walk the Talk movement is a practical example of exhibiting WHO advice to the world to promote health. Dr. Mulumbo further explained that Walk the Talk initiative is not a fitness competition, but an opportunity to develop a healthy lifestyle for the good of the society. The WHO counter representative stressed that the theme for this year's World Health Day is focused on health for peace and peace for health. The third edition of the Walk the Talk, the Health for All Challenge, was organized by the World Health Organization in Nigeria in partnership with the Federal Ministry of Health and their partners. On the foreign scene, nearly 900,000 homes in southern Canada were left without power after a severe storm hit the provinces of Ontario and Quebec. 7 people were killed by falling trees and a woman died when a boat capsized in the Ottawa River. According to Environment Canada, wind gusts reached 82 miles per hour during the storm. Power company Hydro One, which covers Ontario, said it would take several days to reconnect every home. And on sports news, Manchester United and Arsenal may reportedly have to pay huge money to seal the transfer of Napoli forward Victor Osimhen this summer. The Nigerian international has been one of the standout performers in Serie A this season, scoring 18 goals in all competitions along with 2 assists for his teammates. According to Calciomercato, it now seems Osimhen has strong interest in him this summer, with Manchester United and Arsenal linked with him in a move that could cost 110 million euros. The report stated that Arsenal already seen a bid rejected for Osimhen, but it seems the saga may not be over yet, as 110 million euros could be enough to get a deal done. And that's it on the news tonight. But remember that you can follow news and programs on ABS from any part of the world by liking our Facebook page at ABS Radio Television. Subscribe to our YouTube page at ABS Television Orca, and of course follow us on Instagram at ABS Radio TV. You can also log on to our website at www.absradiotv.com. And just before we go tonight, a quick look at our major stories. Governor Soludo has said his administration is putting stringent measures in place to tackle insecurity. Stakeholders have continued to call on political parties to zone presidential slots to Southeast. WHO has advocated physical exercise as panacea to sickness. On the foreign scene, we brought to you that hundreds of thousands of homes are facing blackout as severe storms hit southern Canada. Here is a special message again. Governor Chukwuma Soludo has come for a total turnaround maintenance of the Anambra State economy and promotion of core Igbo values. Let's give him maximum support for the task ahead. And that's the size of our package tonight. Many thanks for joining the bulletin. I am Ebere. Good night. Enjoy the rest of your evening.